Hello there. I'm a university student and I have aced it. I'm not an A plus student by any means, but man, I've gotten through. I've worked a job. I am passing. It's all looking real Gucci, if that's what the young people say. And I go to university, so I know what the young people say. So I thought I'd share my wisdom. Would you like my wisdom? Of course you want my wisdom. Let's take a look at some Reddit posts and let you take in my wisdom. Asking a girl out in my class. Damn it. I think I found my kryptonite. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go, folks. I'll give it a go. I've started my first year. There is this girl who I've been getting to know over the first couple of weeks, and generally seem to be getting on very well. We've got the Riz Master here, alright? This guy, 2 weeks in, he's out gathering women like the sheep. I'm a bit bad at reading situations, but this time there seems to be quite obvious chemistry going on. Ooh. I'm going to assume that this guy isn't actually bad at reading situations. He's just bad at reading romantic situations. Which, man, I get it, brother. I get it. Today I decided to ask her if she wants to go for a drink sometime. And she said, yeah. And we exchanged socials. Oh, it's getting hot up in here. I am nervous about how she feels about it. Class isn't exactly a great place for flirting. Okay, that's university classrooms, alright? You got a bunch of dumb, barely not teenagers who are seeking independence for the first time. And what's the one thing that just about every teenager is limited on? Relationships. University classrooms is like the key place for flirting. Maybe she is thinking it is just more of a friends type of thing. And I know that girls get annoyed when they think that they have found a friend and a guy only for them to make a move. How can I do it respectfully? The transition of, are we going to be friends? Are we going to be in a relationship? It's just annoying. It's going to annoy people. There's one right answer to each person. If those two things don't align, it's going to be awkward. It's just how it is. You earn points here, my man, because you're asking how to do it respectfully. And you're actually putting quite a lot of thought into her feelings. Like, that is a massive green flag to everyone and anyone. I'm also conscious that I'll work alongside her in class for 3 years, so if things go badly, it could make it really awkward. If you're in a class of like 10 people maybe, but like if there's like 100 of you in there and it really goes bad, just sit on the other side of the hall, you'll be fine. My plan is just to ask her for a drink in a more social setting and get to know her a bit more. Maybe flirt, and if the mood is right. Oh, and maybe flirt if the mood is right. What y'all think? Alright, here's the thing. This is really what you need to do. I think your plan is smart. Have some drinks. It's like an unofficial date. You know, if the mood's right, do a bit of flirting. See where it leads. See what happens. See how it feels. If she's gone out with you, just ask and say, hey, like, I'm actually interested in you. How would you feel about taking this a bit further, having a date? If she says no, go, okay, like, that's fine. I appreciate your friendship nonetheless. If she says yes, you know, there you go, boy. Off you go. Go get him. Like, people seem to overthink it. Like, you've known each other, hold up, it says you've known each other a couple of weeks. Like, you're still in that where could this go stage. It'd be a bit different if you'd been friends like 2 years. You'd known each other all through high school, raised together. You're living that setup for just about every other rom-com ever. And then you ask the question. That changes the dynamic. Because you already had a set in stone dynamic. At this point, you have like a glorified acquaintanceship. There is no dynamic to your relationship yet. So the ask now and get that on the table. If she says no, go, cool, I'd still like to be friends. You know where you stand. You can go, do you know what? I don't want to have feelings. You can kind of shut that off. You can pursue other people. But if you wait, time just, flashes by and all of a sudden you're at the end of university. And then you ask the question, and she goes, but you're like my best friend. This is really awkward. Like, there's almost a betrayal to accept someone as a friend and then just be like, find out 3 years down the line that, oh, you've just been doing this because you're interested in me. So, flatmates are getting weird. Ooh, what type of weird? Maybe this is another dating advice. So, me and another flatmate have had issues with 3 girls. Alright, definitely dating advice. But not the type I'm qualified for, that's for sure. They've tormented... Oh, never mind. maybe I am qualified for this. They've tormented said mate and his boyfriend, and been incredibly rude to myself. So they put a cone outside his door and blamed it on me. They need to grow TF up. They've sent pics of this cone to the flatmate, saying that it isn't a good look, and telling him that it was me that put it there. They've previously been rude about my things and me, and one day I'm actually in the flat, I'm getting the blame for something the flatmate isn't particularly happy about, as it's a dirty cone on his mat. Neither of us find it funny. Yeah, okay. I feel like we're going towards the fact that we got a couple of immature people just trying to wind you up. That's what this feels like. Here we go. So someone asked tormented ? Because who has time to write a full question? They have mocked my flatmate's accent, told him that his boyfriend is embarrassing, and has taken the mick out of my friend who was there to support my flatmate who was moving. They said he was a P-file, YouTube censorship. We do not play with that. Saying he's a P-file because he's slightly older than us. For me, it's been shitty comments over my things because I've had to leave for medical emergencies and left a couple of bits out in my own area. I know exactly what we're dealing with here. When you leave high school and you're taking that next step of life, you end up in this really interesting situation where you are now considered an adult, but realistically, you still have that maturity of a high schooler. There's usually a year of transitioning. The best way to deal with someone in this situation isn't to get as petty as them. It is, quite simply, handle it like an adult. Taking an immature person and putting them in a situation where they have to deal with real adult consequences is the funniest thing you can see. You're in university accommodation, which means you have rules to adhere by, which means you have someone to answer to. Go to that person, explain, hey, this is what's going on, like, it just seems a bit ridiculous. Watch these guys get taken and they'll get put into an office most likely, and they'll be like, oh yeah, it's just like going to the principal's office. Yeah, we've been through this before. And watch it. And someone with real authority over these people's lives will go, if you don't cut this out, you're kicked out. It's pretty simple. They go, what? You can't do... No, we can. You're an adult. Like, if you can't respect these rules, you're gone. Well, where are we going to live? That's not our problem. You're adults. Sort it out. But guess what? When you're an adult, real consequences exist. Just handle it that way and you'll be sweet. I'm freaking out. That sounds like the typical university experience in my eyes. Hey everyone. I'm currently in my 4th year studying forensics. I've spent a lot of time researching and attempting to write something coherent, but I've come to a kind of unfortunate realization. I don't think this career is what I want to be in. It would be pointless for me to give up now, but I honestly have no idea what I can do with this degree, nor do I have a lot of desire to pursue it further. Am I cooked? A couple of things we need to just break down here. After 4 years, you've only just realized you don't like it. Kind of says to me that maybe there's a little bit more going on here. For all those people who are not in university but are planning to be soon, don't do something until you know for a fact that's what you want to do. Spend some time in the real world around those sort of careers to see what they actually like. Because, yeah, I've known too many people who are in jobs they don't like or who have done university more than once. So just be very careful. My advice is just spend some time around those careers before you decide that's what you want to do. But for you, my friend, who's already at this point, you're too far in. I would suggest finishing because you're at the end. Just tough it out. That gives you a little bit of time to consider where you want to go next. You've already paid the money for it. You've already, you're too far in. Like, if you pull out, you're getting nothing back apart from what? A couple of months possibly, free time that you'll probably waste anyway. Get the degree, because at least then, you've got a degree. Now, I'm not saying that the degree is that valuable as, it would have been in our grandparents' day. Those old people that seem to think that you get a degree and the government hands you a house and a 200k a year job instantly. But a degree does have value, and it does say a lot about you if you have one. Because from there, you need to make a choice. Do I not want to be in forensics? Or do I just hate university? In my first year, I decided, I hate every part of this. I do not want to do this job anymore. This is terrible. Then I got an opportunity to go kind of spend a little bit of time. It was like work experience in that field. The opportunity arose to me. I said, you know what? It would be good experience. At that time, I was having all these second doubts. I hadn't made a plan to leave uni at this point. So I was like, do you know what? This would be good experience. After I walked away in love with that job, And that kind of forced me to be like, well, why was I having these second thoughts? It was university. University sucked. Like, if you realize that forensics is not the job for you, there's a couple of things you can do. Take some time, work the real world, figure out what you want to do, pursue it after that. There ain't no rush. You know, I don't care if you're 18, 20, 30, 40, 60. There ain't no rush. Take your time, figure it out. You know, you've got options. Take a look around, seize those options. If you're in university, just remember that you need to be snarky the whole way through. Lecturers, other students, people there to help you, campus security. Just be snarky to all of them, because that's what we do. That's just a joke. Don't be respectful, please. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you really enjoyed the video, why not subscribe? If you really, really want to do me a favor, hit this up here. Hit that video. Have a good one.